Hello, everybody. It's Monday, April 10th, so it must be time for live chats with Maggie and Bunny. How are you today, Bunny?
I'm doing pretty good today. Got a little bit of a glare from outside there with the extra little glare, but other than that, I'm doing pretty good.
Good, good. That kind of goes well with our topic for today called seasonal change, because sun comes glaring in sometimes when there's seasonal change.
Yep.
And as you can probably tell from my voice, sometimes you get a cold when it's seasonal change. Although for me, I think it could be forced seasonal change when I was in a sunny place and now I'm back home.
It's not that cold though. You've come home. It was not in the negatives like it was, a few
No,
days ago.
no, no, no.
And I got the seasonal allergies going, so, so
I find it's just sometimes when I fly, I get a cold afterwards. It's just recycled air or something. I
yeah,
don't know. It never lasts for long and I feel fine. I just sound funny.
yeah.
So if you notice I sound funny, that's why. So for seasonal changes, there's so much that we could talk about for that because there's the outside forces, but
hmm
I think more of what we want to talk about are the internal changes
Or
that
even the seasons
happen.
of our life too, right? Like
Yeah,
that's yeah, yeah.
yeah.
So that's what
How that
that's what
changes.
That's the stuff that I know that's been coming up lately for me, and the way that it does for the universe, like, I don't know necessarily that you, don't see certain videos, but that you pay attention to certain things at
Yeah.
specific times in your life, and that was something coming up, for me was, not only is it spring outside, but, and having gone through the winter season, but also going through the winter season in my own life, so what that looked like, a little bit of darkness, a little bit of barren, not a lot of growth and everything. There was times for healing and stuff like that, and now it's feeling like springtime. It's feeling like more awakened and more movement and getting ready to kind of embark on the next things. And I'm gonna bring this up on Saturday night. Um, I got to sing with my friend's band the last song live, which I sang the song "Creep" by Radiohead, and I've sang the song with like through karaoke maybe 4 or 5 times. Of course, I've sung. I like to sing, so I was singing with the song, the regular song all the time in the car and on the radio and on Spotify and stuff like that. But this was really funny. It was really fun and cool because my friend is the lead singer, and he said it was the last song. My mom likes this song, and he said he was just getting ready because it was a little bit hard to sing, and so he was getting ready for that. Oh, we got Bean barking, and so he was getting ready to sing, and I said, "Well, I'll sing it." And so he said, "Come on up then and sing." And so that was really cool of them to be able to let me do that, so that was fun. And for me, that is a change. That is something that's scary, and that is something that I wanted to embark on, and that I actually had written on my vision board in 2019 was to be able to sing with the band at a bar live. So it's really cool to be able to do that. So it was exciting,
Wow.
but I was scare-sighted, as
Scare sighted.
as you say. So that to me was great, and I'm using that momentum to keep going forward with my growth and with, because I have some more exciting things happening too. So but yeah, Maggie, what season do you feel like is in your life?
I love this time of year
Yeah.
because new things are coming up.
Mhm,
And as well as outside, I was just getting home this weekend. We were already doing stuff in the yard and getting
mhm,
ready. And I feel the excitement in my soul for the things that are coming up in this new season of life as well. And in the
mhm.
springtime of using the deck again and having
Yeah.
events again. And it's kind of like, because I do somewhat hibernate in winter
Yeah.
and I don't go to a lot of things. I don't do a lot of things.
Yeah.
So this time of year is beautiful to me
Right.
because it's that time where not only are things changing outside,
Mhm,
but things change inside because you feel that excitement bubbling up of what's to
mhm.
come.
Right.
And what are we doing next? And, what am I going to do this year? What am I going to focus on? How's life going to be?
Right.
And, it's exciting. It's it's as exciting as you let it be.
Yeah.
People can either choose to embrace these new things that are coming, or people sometimes get fearful of it and do the whole woe is me, I don't like this change.
Right.
And we have to be conscious when change times comes to just go with it, because it's all part of that journey of life. It's not always easy, you
Well,
know?
I mean, it's true that it's not always easy, but I don't know about you, but every change that I've ever had, well, some of them I thought were not awesome to go through the change process. Once that change happened, it was actually incredible. Like once that thing went through, the life that I was able to create out of that actually was really good. And so most of the time, I was gonna say sometimes, but no, most of the time it was even better than I imagined it was going to be.
Right.
And so that's the whole thing. It also reminded me too of the whole like I have flowers that are popping up in my in my yard that I didn't plant. So like,
Yeah.
the squirrels planted them over the winter and nobody's been checking on those seeds to make sure that they grow. Nobody's been checking on that. There's just faith that that will happen. And
Right.
there's just and sometimes that's what we have to do with ourselves as well. So those seeds that we plant in our fall and winter that they start showing up in our life in our springtime of life, and you don't have to check on them. You don't have to make
No.
sure that they're growing. You just have to have some faith that they're
Yeah.
coming along.
That
Yeah.
season of hibernation is doing what it's supposed to do.
Doing what it's supposed to do.
And it's all about that trusting. And every season and every change is about trusting.
Mhm.
It's about
Absolutely.
trusting what's coming next. And there are times, like I'm working with a few people now who in my grief support side of my business.
Mhm.
And I say that journey of grief is difficult. But when you get a little light from other people, it
Mhm.
makes it easier. So it's recognizing that all of these times are crucial events, and all of these times are opportunities for growth.
Yeah,
And trusting that you will get through it, even though you don't feel sometimes like you will.
right.
Trusting that you will get through it.
And I think also it's important to remember that it's a cycle and that even if you are in your winter moments, spring will come, summer
Yeah,
will come, and yes, we'll get fall again and we'll get winter again, but just, celebrate the fact that we know that it won't last forever. Like
for
we
sure.
will get it. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I had a good sign of that this morning when, excuse me, the city came to trim my tree on the boulevard.
Mhm.
And as they're trimming, that's what I was thinking. Sometimes that trimming has to happen.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah, excuse
exactly.
me.
Yeah. It's so good sometimes how you can put the physical things, the things that are happening outside in the world and you can associate that, using metaphors and similes and all the things that we learned when we were in school of what these things are, that we can use those to explain or to understand what happens in our own life as well because we're all part of nature and it's
Yeah,
all the same and we sometimes forget that when we get caught up in our humanness,
yeah,
we get caught up in the day to day. But definitely today, I mean, I'm enjoying it is nice out there. It's nice and sunny. Um, it's not too hot yet. So I'm enjoying that. The springtime, loving the birds and like I said, the flowers and everything, even the buds on the trees starting to show up. And it's just, yeah, I can't wait for all the leaves to show back up on all the trees. And that's all so
yeah.
great. Yeah.
So it's important to remember those seasonal changes and those times of transition in our lives, of how important they are,
Hmm.
and to
And,
savor them.
and celebrate.
Savor and celebrate them, even if we don't understand them, because sometimes they're preparing for that next season.
Hmm.
This time of winter in our physical world that we're in right now has been preparing the earth, has been preparing us. We've had rest.
Yeah,
I rest much more in the winter than
for
I
sure.
do in the spring and summer. So we've had that season of rest, and it's important. And it's, just like as I watch them trimming that tree is going to do much better now
Hmm.
because they've trimmed off
Right.
all of those dead parts.
Right.
And sometimes trimming off the dead is a lot of work. Like
Yeah,
they've worked for 5 hours so far out there today.
for sure.
Sometimes trimming off, we need to do the work. It doesn't just happen. We need to do the work.
And I think it's important even to that too. This would be something too, is that someone is cutting that tree. So sometimes there are times in our life that we need the support of someone else out, outside of us, be it
Yeah.
a counselor, a therapist, a friend, a family member, whatever it is.
Yep.
Sometimes we need that support to be able to help us do the trimming or to help us see the light that we need to see or that sort of thing. So I want to remind people of that as well. Sometimes you don't have to do it alone. You're actually never alone, but but
Yeah.
you don't have to do it alone, and you
That's a
can
whole
ask
new
for help.
topic.
Yeah, that's a whole new topic. Maybe next week we'll see.
Maybe next week.
Keep you coming back.
Keep you coming back. Yeah, for sure.
But yeah. So I think that's gonna be it for us for today. We can let Maggie get back to resting a little bit. I'm gonna go outside and enjoy some of the sunshine. Remember, our podcasts do show up every Sunday wherever you get your podcasts, and reach out to us at aboveandbeyond@gmail.com. Bye for today.
Bye, everybody. Have a great day.